Bad bitch all my ghosts. Flooded both my wrists, yeah, nigga, I do the most. Put some bread on your head, nigga, killers gon' have a toast. I be doing the most, yeah, I be doing the most.
Hey, what's going on? This is D-Most from Doing D-Most Podcast, and I'm here with another episode. Yeah! And I got my guests with me. We got John to the left of me.
What it do, baby?
We got Branly to the left of me. And me, I go by Nigga Pac. Yes. You heard of X-Pac? I am Nigga Pac, okay?
No, listen, there are worse things that you could call yourself, and it's happened on the independent wrestling scene. There was a character who likened himself. His character was basically a 100% ripoff of The Undertaker. But obviously, he couldn't call himself The Undertaker.
Yeah.
So what did you call yourself?
Nigga Pac.
Okay, so you can get away with saying that. I can't. But take the first half and just attach it to Taker.
Nigga Taker. Wow.
Bro. Oof. Granted, the kid could work. He was very talented. He had dreads. He embodied the whole character of Undertaker. But he did some off-the-wall crazy shit. Thumbs up to you because you held it down in the Northeast Indies.
Shout-outs to him.
Shouts out to him. So we are here talking about SummerSlam. It is SummerSlam season, and it is here. We're going to talk about our predictions. We're going to talk a little bit about AEW, and we're going to let John take over the segment. Let's go.
Let's open up with AEW. Let's talk about, they just had their most recent pay-per-view, not Premium Live Event, that's those other guys. They had their most recent pay-per-view called AEW Redemption. In the opening of the pre-show, you had a Trios Championship match as the conglomeration, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong successfully retained the AEW Trios Championship. It's a six-man title, but they call it Trios to be fancy. I don't know. But they successfully defended it against the most unusual name for a Trios team, the Lethal Swirl. The Lethal Swirl, of course, led by Jay Lethal, one of the most prolific and dominant wrestlers ever come out of here in the Northeast. And little known fact, Jay Lethal is born and bred out of Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh, shout out to him.
Jay Lethal. I remember I saw Jay in his debut match down in Bayonne, New Jersey for Jersey All Pro Wrestling right after he had completed his training there. His parents were in the audience. His parents were in the audience for almost every show he ever worked here in the Northeast, whether it was for Jersey All Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Ace Pro Wrestling, a ton of shows. They were always there. Even Mama and Papa Lethal were involved in a few storylines for both matches involving in Ring of Honor as well as Ace Pro Wrestling. Lethal now doing his thing in AEW and Ring of Honor as a manager per se for Lee Johnson and Blake Christian, the other two members of the Swirl. But he was obviously their third partner. Amazing match. Jay Lethal has so much talent. I'm very proud to call him my friend. I loved watching his career and how much it is built. But it was the conglomeration retaining their Trios Championships to open up the festivities on the pre-show. Now, you want to talk a good opener. The live pay-per-view started with a six-man ladder match to name the number one contender to the AEW International Championship. And if you've ever seen a ladder match from any company, mainstream, independent,
let's not talk about ladder matches. Let's not talk about what? No, I'm joking.
Man, behave yourself. You degenerate, you.
I knew where he was going with that one. I knew. That's why
this was nothing but spots. If there was a ladder and a table and some chairs in the ringside area, somebody was going through it and get slammed through it. And I am so glad I do not have to pay the medical bills on the talent that works for AEW because they got banged up hard. But AEW Redemption originated from Montreal, and one of their own, the Montreal hometown kid, Speedball Mike Bailey, who's had an amazing career in the independent scene. He signed with AEW about 2.5 years ago, had a couple titles since his debut, the Trios Championship. Now he is the winner of the number one contender ladder match, and he has a shot at whomever left Redemption as the AEW International Champion. Was it Kyle Fletcher or was it Bandito? We'll find out in a little bit. In an amazing tag team match, the Death Riders, consisting of John Moxley, the reigning Continental Champion, and the aerial assassin Will Ospreay took on the team of Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. Such amazing chemistry. If you've never had a chance to see a Young Bucks match, you have to go. Just Google them, YouTube them. They have done so much amazing things as brothers, twin brothers, not identical, but just the fact that these two guys are practically mentally in sync with a lot of their moves, and they continue to innovate and create new moves. But the downfall for the Death Riders was the fact that Will Ospreay still is not 100% drinking all of John Moxley's Kool-Aid about being a member of the Death Riders faction, about basically being hard-nosed, not giving a damn about your opponent's physical well-being, just beating them into the dirt, and if they're still hurt, beat them down some more.
Sheesh.
He refused to take advantage of an injury to Nick Jackson during the match. It led to them having a little bit of an argument during the show, during the match, and ultimately the Young Bucks did score the victory and I believe they pinned John Moxley, and that created a little bit of a rift between Moxley, Will Ospreay, and the rest of the Death Rider faction, which was amplified a little more with a backstage interview. And I don't know, Ospreay may have his hands full with the Death Riders, and especially John Moxley down the road. Let's talk about championships now, because pretty much all the rest of the, except for like one other match, everything was a championship match. There's one match that had a stipulation, so let's go into the championships. It was Kyle Fletcher successfully retaining the AEW International Championship against Bandito. Bandito, the current and reigning Ring of Honor World Champion, spectacularly. He's a little undersized. I think he's just a shade under 6 foot, or maybe at the 6 foot mark, but he is stupid strong. Like one of his trademark moves is he'll get his opponent up in a military press slam, and at one point just hold him with one arm.
What?
Granted, his opponent is also bracing, using the other shoulder, but still, just to be able to support that much weight and that much, showing up that much strength. Just a lot of great innovative offense. Fletcher tried multiple times. He comes across as a very arrogant heel, and a lot of times he has the Don Callis family members watching his back from ringside, or Don Callis himself. But he told the faction, no, I want to do this on my own. I want to prove that I'm a man's man, and I can do this on my own. I don't need help. And listen, he was so arrogant at times in this match, just like pie-facing Bandito, kicking him, like they completely disrespect him. I'm looking at it going, is he going to drop the title because he's just being an arrogant douchebag right now? But Bandito made one mistake, went for a frog splash one time too many late in the match. Fletcher was able to get out of the way. Fletcher hit his signature teardrop brain buster for the finish, for the win, and he successfully retains his championship. Now he goes on to defend against Speedball Mike Bailey in Mexico on the first Wednesday of August. It's supposed to be going to be a spectacular match between the two of them on Dynamite. Tune in if you can. Ooh. Do you like violence? Do you guys like violence?
Violence.
Do you like watching 4 men, a tag team, change to each other, and then just beating the tar out of each other?
That happens a lot.
Guess what? You had that. It was a double chain match as the Dogs, Clark Connors and Finley, Dave Finley, I believe Dave Finley Jr., taking on Switchblade Jay White and Juice Robinson representing the Bang Bang Gang.
Bang, bang.
These guys just absolutely beat the tar out of each other, using those chains as weapons. And in a bit of a surprise, the Death Riders, who are affiliated through the Dogs, Connors and Finley, because of their association with them in Japan, came out, jumped in, got involved, and that led to the Dogs pulling up what some people are saying a little bit of an upset, because a lot of people felt Switchblade Jay White, who just came back from missing almost 1,000 days with injuries in AEW, they figured he was going to come back and get the win with Juice, and they didn't. So shout out to the Dogs. They had a big win on pay-per-view, helping to continue them in their quest to become the World Tag Team Champions of AEW. The TBS Championship now is on the line as Hikaru Shida, the newly minted Women's TBS Champion, defended against Maya World. If you don't know her story, it's a heartbreaking, it's a tearjerker. Maya World recently joined AEW, I would say about 8 or 10 months ago, doing her thing, doing the journeywoman thing, having good matches, not necessarily getting all the wins, but great showings, shows a lot of heart, a lot of talent. And there was an injury to someone in the recent Owen Hart Memorial Tournament for the women's division. And she was called in at the last minute and said, hey, do you want to fill this spot? And she was like, hey, of course, I'd love that opportunity. This came literally a week after her brother was tragically killed. I believe they're from the South. I believe in possibly Atlanta. Don't quote me. But she had recently just lost her brother. Her brother was the reason she got into wrestling as a fan, got into training, became a professional wrestler herself, and she wound up having an amazing run coming into the semifinals of the Owen Hart tournament. She defeated, I believe, Sky Blue in the semifinals, and then went on to have a really great match with Mercedes Moné, ultimately losing to Moné in the finals. But again, a great showing. Maya World really demonstrating, given the opportunity, the girl can cook. She is the it girl of AEW. Few more wins now since then. She got the title shot against Hikaru Shida, and again, just like with Kyle Fletcher earlier on, very arrogant. Thought her shit didn't stink. Constantly trying to disregard and degrade Maya World. Maya wasn't having it. Showed so much heart and rallied late in the match to pull off a major upset. And in being in AEW just under a year, is the brand new AEW TBS champion. Props to Maya World.
Wow.
There's a great little post-match vignette she cut backstage, and you can tell the emotions of the moment. How he's talking about how her brother was like sitting right next to her as she's looking at the camera, talking about this, was by her side, felt his spirit in the match. So shout out to Maya World, an amazing showing,
to her, man.
and props to her.
Shouts out to her.
Speaking of championships, we go now for the World Tag Team Championship as the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and the Bastard Pac. That literally is the name. They call him the Bastard Pac, formerly known as the man Gravity Forgot in WWE. He was one of the prolific Aaron Neville from his NXT WWE days. He's now back to his independent character named Pac. They challenged Christian Cage and Adam Copeland for the World Tag Team Championship, and there, the champs were put through the grinder from the jump. Death Riders had a strategy. Complete and utter isolation. They worked over Christian Cage. Every time Copeland Edge wanted to get back on the apron, they knocked him down. They beat him down. They kept working on Cage, injuring him, banging around, trying to get that pin, and they just couldn't. Finally, late in the match, Christian finally got that tag. Cope rallied. They traded back and forth, hit some great tandem offense, as only Christian and Cope can do, and they successfully retained the World Tag Team Championship in a very great match. Match probably went about 17, 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the highlight was after the match, out came the Young Bucks.
Oh, shit.
And they just kind of stood there. They shook hands with Cope and Cage, congratulating them on retaining the championships. And then there on the AEW version of a Titantron, it was announced for AEW All In, August 30th in London. Cope and Cage will defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship against the Young Bucks.
Oh, they're going to lose.
The meetings of two generations it's gonna be an amazing tag team match. And because, the Young Bucks are more aesthetically the equal to Cage and Copeland, we're not going to see a lot of power moves. This is going to be great tag team wrestling, great tag team isolation, and the most important is going to be a lot of spots. This is going to be a fun match to watch on August 30th from Wembley Stadium in London.
Ooh, get that money.
To break down the tag team championship, the championship monotony of all these title matches, we had another disqualification match. The Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, went one-on-one, but not with the man he originally challenged, Chris Jericho. No. Chris Jericho, when he was in Japan several years ago, developed a hardcore alter ego. A man who took a lot of his ideas for his hardcore character from the hardcore legend, Hall of Famer himself, Mick Foley.
Okay.
And he calls his character the Painmaker. He paints his face. He even paints his face up a little bit of straight white, and then a little bit. He basically looks like Brandon Lee's character from The Crow.
Okay.
If you saw the Crow movie,
Sting,
the OG, kind of like what Sting did, but Sting was more of like his old Malibu Sting. But this is just like the Crow character on the movies, and thumbtacks, barbed wire wrap tables, hammers, screwdrivers, you name it, that weapon was used. These two guys just literally beat the tar out of each other. The finish came when the Painmaker had decided, I'm gonna up my game. Oh, that's right. You tried to take a drill to my head a few weeks ago on Dynamite. I'm gonna pay you back. He goes into the tool bag, pulls out a drill, fires it up in front of the camera, grabs Tommaso's head, and he starts to drill. The minute you can see you can just about see the drill bit touching his head. Nope, tap out, and Ciampa tapped out immediately.
I did see that.
You really didn't see. I don't think he truly came, because the way Jericho's arms were covering his face, you didn't really see penetration by the screwdriver through the flesh. But just the idea that it would happen, and he sold like a champ. He rolled out of the ring. The medical staff got him a towel, wrapped it around his head. And he was already bleeding from other stuff. Yeah. So it just amplified the idea that Jericho literally put the screws to him. No pun intended. But huge win for Jericho. He says, I can't break this Painmaker character too often at my age, but when I can, it's fun.
It's worth it.
And I just looked. I'm reading this and go, how is that fun? But I digress. Yeah, but shout out to Ciampa and Jericho putting on a really great match to help break up the monotony of all of the title matches that basically were left throughout the rest of the show. Speaking of, Andrade El Idolo, the former husband of Charlotte Flair, challenged Mark Davis of the Don Callis family for the AEW National Championship. And just, if you've never seen Mark Davis, they called him, I don't mind, Dunkzilla. He's just a big, burly beast of a man from Australia. And these two guys just beat the piss out of each other. But Andrade rallied late in the match, scored his spinning back elbow, led to his leaping, twisting DDT neckbreaker finish called the DM. 1, 2, 3. Andrade was a man of his word, told Don Callis, now that I've quit you and your stupid family and you screwed me over, wouldn't let me get a championship match, I'm going to take titles from your family, from your group. And he did it, becoming the new AEW National Champion.
That's a good finisher. The DM.
He calls it the DM. It's a fucking great. It's a great move.
Name.
We have 2 title matches left, and this one, I kind of saw the writing on the wall, but I wasn't sure that it would go the way it did. But it did. I was very happy because I'm a very big fan of Willow Nightingale. As Willow Nightingale from Long Island, New York, challenged and captured the AEW Women's World Championship, making her the first woman in AEW history to become a Triple Crown champion. She's the reigning women's champion. She's the former 2-time TBS champion and former co-holder of the women's. And in fact, she was the inaugural co-holder of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship. So hats off to Willow as she defeated Tekla, representing the Triangle of Madness. And this was not your typical Tekla match. She pulled out a lot of her usual stuff, but Willow was just very dominant. She had a great game plan on how to beat Tekla. And in fact, several times Tekla, though, was able to counter her finishing move, which is a spinning sit-out powerbomb. And Willow wound up just doing the most innocuous thing possible. She scored the roll-up. She hit a backslide bridge, held Tekla's shoulders down for the 3 count, and became the new Women's World Champion, which has already now led to confirmation, as it is Willow Nightingale now defending the AEW Women's World Championship 1-on-1 at All In London on August 30th against the winner of the Women's Owen Hart Memorial Tournament, Mercedes Moné. And there's a great history between these two women. It goes back like to almost 2.5 years. Willow went to Japan and challenged for the New Japan Women's Strong Championship. Mercedes got injured in that match, blew out her knee, and still was able to finish the match in a losing effort. Mercedes missed, I think, 6.5 months following surgery and rehab. Willow had a great run as the women's New Japan Strong Champion. There's now this history there. Mercedes would come back, make a nice run, capture the TBS Championship from Willow. So there's this little history here. So this is going to be some good stuff come August 30th for the AEW Women's World Championship between Willow and Mercedes Moné. And now the main event. Do you like spots? Do you like guys that do all the flippy, dippy shits?
Flippy.
This match was for you. as was Kevin Knight, the reigning TNT champion of AEW, challenging Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, the wrestling god, as sometimes he referred to, or the god of wrestling, not wrestling god, that was JBL, for the AEW Men's World Championship. Spectacular match. Kevin showed why he belongs in the main event scene, but why he's just not ready yet. And to be honest, I have a lot of respect for Kevin Knight. What he does in that ring, it's stupid insane. Stupid talented. But there was no chance in hell he was going to win this title match, only because everything is gearing up for All in London, as it is now going to be Kenny Omega defending the AEW Men's World Championship in the main event of All in London on August 30th. I feel like I should just record that.
Yes.
It just hit that on play.
Yeah.
Against the winner of the men's Owen Hart tournament, Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. And there is such a great history between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. A lot of great professional rivalry between them, because they always want to top each other. They always want to, basically, anything you can do, I can do better. And with everything that happened, with the attack by Kenny Omega post-match against Will Ospreay, who came out to congratulate and do the whole little pose down and standoff and like, hey, look, we're going to be the main event, yay. Ospreay getting attacked by Kenny Omega after the show. Ooh, the animosity has already upped to an nth degree. It's going to be a great, great match in London on August 30th.
August 30th.
And that is your AEW recap. We're done. Now we're going to talk about
How this nigga got the same brand shirt as me. We did not plan this shit. This nigga hopped out his car and I was like, this nigga, man.
That means we the crew. That's it.
True.
You got your name, I got to come up with mine.
Yeah, nigga Pac. All right, what we got, Jay?
All right, let's talk SummerSlam predictions. Now, this is not necessarily match order, but these are the matches as they were announced by WWE on ESPN just a couple days ago. And this will be the matches that will be taking place on night one, Saturday, August 1st, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's
get into
it. Let's talk. Let's do the trick, Willie. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about?
A 6-woman tag team match as Fatal Influence, JC Jane, and the new Women's World Tag Team Champions, Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed, taking on the trio team of the Bella Twins. Nikki Bella, back in the ring, back in action. Nikki and Brie teaming with Paige. Should be a great match. Let's go down the line. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about this match?
B, you could go first.
I think Nikki and the Bella Twins are going to win that one.
Would you like to pontificate about why?
Because it's like I feel like the way that team is formed, it's new chemistry. It's something new that we're going to see, and I feel like that's a team that they're going to like to push, and that they're going to want to push and put in our face. So
you're going with the Bellas and Paige.
I'm going with the Bellas and Paige, and I just think because of the other matchups that are set up for the night, I think that's going to be the one to maybe like shock us when we see who the winner is. That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion.
No problem.
You know what?
G?
I'm going to piggyback off, Jay, what you said months ago. Once the Bella Twins won the title, or Paige and them won the title, I'm piggybacking off of you. Now that Nikki's back, when she popped out, I was like, oh, shit, she's back. I was like, oh, John is about to be right. John's about to be. So they're going to lose. They're probably going to do some fucked up shit or hit each other, and that's when the twins are going to turn on Paige, and they're going to lose. Or they're probably going to lose, then they're going to turn on Paige. You know what I mean? So I believe that the Bella Twins are going to lose this match.
Okay. For those of you who might have missed the episode, I did talk some time ago about the fact that with Nikki being injured, when Brie and Paige lost the championships, let's say it was a situation where Nikki tried to get involved or couldn't get there in time to prevent it from happening, and she goes to support her sister who maybe lost the fall, and Paige wasn't there to help her sister out, and Nikki just kind of took it upon herself and starts beating the tar out of Paige in that moment, and Brie's just kind of stuck in the middle. She's like, well,
what do I do?
You are my sister. F this bitch.
Yeah.
And then she stomps out Paige too. That was my original idea. Nikki's back. I don't know if they're going with the beat down heel turn just yet, but I am going to piggyback with G. I do think Fatal Influence, they're going to get the win here, mainly because I think they're new on the roster. They need to establish a little bit more credibility with Fallon Henley and Laney Reed as the women's world champions, along with JC. They were a dominant faction in NXT. JC Jane was the women's champion. Fallon and Laney had singles champions. Fallon was the women's North American champion at one point. They were a very dominant faction. I think that in this moment at SummerSlam on a major stage like this, I think they get I think it's going to be a Fatal Influence getting the dub.
Good outtakes. I like that. I like the. No, was that you that said they're going to turn on the?
Yeah, he's the one that started
a while ago.
But I just piggyback off because it's like
but that was his mentality as to why.
Yeah,
Okay.
the writing is on the wall. We could be wrong, but it just seems like
we lose, man. Nah,
fuck that bitch. Keep the OGs together.
That makes sense.
Since we're talking 6 persons, let's talk about the other 6-man tag team match taking place on night 1, as it is going to be the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu and his cousins Jimmy and Jay Uso taking on the random team of LA Knight, Royce Keys, the former Powerhouse Hobbs of AEW, and the little brother of Jimmy and Jay, Solo Sikoa. You can start this one off, G first. What do you think?
One, I'm upset, or whoever wrote Jay's new thing, I don't miss my shot. Bang, bang. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That shit is pissing me off. Like, who's the guy again? The black guy? I am him. I shoot my shot.
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo. If I was Carmelo Hayes, I'm like, y'all really not that creative.
Right.
Y'all not
He's
that
been saying
creative
that
back
for a
then.
hot minute, so it's like, why are you still in his little catchphrase?
Yeah, like keep the yeet. The Rock didn't stop doing You Smell What the Rock is Cooking for like 20 years. He didn't stop he ain't the pie until all those communities started saying, you can't, that's inappropriate or whatever. But nigga, keep the catch slang and keep rolling with it.
Keep rolling.
But to get back to the prediction, this one is the hardest ones, but I believe that Solo and them are gonna win.
Oh, you're going with Solo and Royce.
The reason why I'm going with Solo and them, because you have 3 people, really 2.5, that have a real problem with the bloodline. And the bloodline is still not, Jacob is still a loose screw. So he might cost them, while these 3 guys are like, we're not a team, we just want to beat up our enemies. So that's what's going to make them win in my eyes. And I think LA Knight is going to pin whoever. LA Knight is going to capture the W. So half a point with me.
I initially was thinking maybe they give this to the Bloodline just to further just put the screws to LA Knight and Solo, just with everything they're going through with the Bloodline. But then I was thinking more about it, and I read some things today about how management's kind of very pleased with how Solo's conducting himself as a good guy now, how the fans are responding to it, and it's making me think it really would be good for the 3 of them who have been getting these beatdowns after beatdown after beatdown for all these last couple of weeks to get their comeuppance and get that win over the Bloodline. So I'm gonna piggyback with you, and I'm going to say, I think we're going to see LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa pick up the dub. But my call is, I think it might be Royce Keys pinning. I could be 100% wrong on how the finish goes down, but I'm thinking it might be Royce Keys pinning Jimmy. Pinning Jimmy, not Jay. Jay's too big a name right now.
Yeah,
and it would make, you don't want him pinning Jacob because they can still milk this down the road for a pay-per-view or 2 from that. I'm sorry, PLE, where you can get Jacob and Royce Keys one-on-one, which I think they're going to wind up doing at some point. That should be a crazy
That should have
match.
happened now, but
it should have. But I think they're saving it for post SummerSlam heat and all that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, that's good.
Your turn.
Oh, I thought we were the tandem. I mean, we got the same shirt on, but it looks like you 2 got something.
We're not going to agree all the time.
Oh,
Never,
okay.
never always
I
agree.
guess I'm the odd one out. So
Okay.
You are.
say the Bloodline is going to win this one.
God.
Okay.
I'm saying that because I think after being a hater of the Bloodline for however long that they dominated the WWE, I've come to realize that when the Bloodline is on top, that is good for the WWE. And again, from my opinion,
I understand.
I feel as though like you said, the random team that was just put together, I think they're trying to keep LA Knight somewhat happy because they don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, it's
I
just
feel like
horrible
that.
to
You
see
know,
him kind of, for lack of a better term, floundering.
Right. He's
Yeah.
up, he's down, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
So I guess they're just trying to put him somewhere for now while everything else is already cooking.
Yeah.
Solo, the heel, babyface, no matter what, people are going to love his character. I just feel like he has that connection with the fans, even when he was a heel. You know, the way he interacts with the crowd, he laughs with people. You know what I mean? He catches you off guard.
Okay.
So I think all those guys are good. I just think they're just throwing LA Knight in there just to satisfy him. But anyway, to my original point, when the Bloodline is on top, WWE's good. It's good for business. It's good for business.
To
It's
quote
good for
the chief branding officer, they are best for business.
Oh wow. That's
Best
even higher.
for
He says the
business.
best.
Sorry. Yep. So I'm going Bloodline on that one.
Okay.
Let's talk a match that's kind of been brewing, but was adjusted. Because I believe the original idea of this match was supposed to be the now former SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis, going one-on-one with Randy Orton.
What?
But I think, remember, about a year or so ago, he was in the middle of something in the ring, and he RKO'd Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
And then he showed up on SmackDown like 2 weeks later and handed him a check for his fines. And Aldis looked at the check. He goes, "This is for double the amount of the fine." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's just for the next one." And he's like, "Oh," and you kind of sort of like Aldis is like, "Damn." And there had been a little brewing tete-a-tete between the two of them going on backstage.
Yeah.
But I think with Randy's back injury still not 100% ready, they went in the shift of a different direction involving the Ring General Gunther. And I honestly think this is going to be an amazing match.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis was recently interviewed, I believe, by
Michael Cole.
SVB. I forget his full name. Forgive me. But he does a lot of wrestling interviews. He hosts the show Insight, and he recently asked him about the fans jokingly, what's Nick Aldis going to wrestle in? A suit? Because there are a lot of stupid fans out there who don't know
hilarious.
Nick Aldis' history, don't know the fact that he is a two-time former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and has a spectacular career. He's a former multi-time champion in TNA. He is an established star.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were shocked when they said not only Nick Aldis signed with WWE, they were like, "Oh, cool, he's going to get." You're the general manager?
Pull up his resume.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are loco en la cabeza, and they don't understand, and they're going to find out. And from what I understand, reading the interview, he's going to be wearing gear inspired by his National Treasure character persona. I believe he did in TNA. Or basically, the gear is going to be very reminiscent of something Homelander. Cody Rhodes kind of inspired with like the Stars and Stripes kind of deal, but not a complete ripoff of whatever Cody's gear is and/or Homelander's shtick. But this is going to be hard hitting. It's been a hot minute since I've had a chance to see Nick Aldis perform in the ring, and I just, given everything that we have seen building up between the two of them and the attacks from Gunther, the counterattacks from Aldis going through, I am going with a happy ending for this match. I'm going with Nick Aldis. I think Aldis gets the W, gets his comeuppance against Gunther, but then it'll be interesting to see where they go with Aldis' character from here. Does he remain an in-ring wrestler, or does they do a storyline where he tries to get his job back? And maybe there's somebody in the back that doesn't want him in the back. They'd rather deal with Adam Pearce running both shows. Is Adam Pearce going to want to run both shows? Because listen, his character's going to be saying the same thing a lot. I need a drink. Dealing with all the talent between Raw and SmackDown. So let's see whether it goes long-term with that. I personally would like to see Aldis back in the ring for a longer duration. He's a great general manager on SmackDown. He's a great on-TV camera character. So it'll be interesting to see which way they're going to go with this. But I do say Nick Aldis gets the dub in this one.
Okay.
Next.
Interesting.
Brantley, who you got winning?
I'm gonna keep. Well, I lied. I was going to keep it short, but then what you said just made me think of something. So first, I'm gonna say who I think is going to win: Gunther. Simply because Gunther doesn't lose on PLEs. He doesn't lose. So I think he's going to win. But what you just said, it kind of sparked an idea in my mind when you were like, all right, if he does win, where do they go from there? If he wins, does he call out Randy and say, I'm back? You RKO'd me when I wasn't ready. Let's do this thing head to head now. So that might. Maybe it's a stretch.
Could be. That's a good option.
Maybe it's a stretch, but I'm just, based off what you said, if he does win, maybe they go that route. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe Randy comes out, RKO's Gunther, and now they're face to face now. Now it's like, okay, you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah,
when are we going to do this?
That'd be interesting.
But this is all just me making stuff up. But my winner,
Gunther.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ring general.
So, quick question. Randy's injury, do we have any updates on that?
Is it for real? Like, is
No, I think this
is
for-
the
I
same
think
thing
that's
going
for
back
real.
all the way to WrestleMania when he lost to Cody. Yeah, with his lower back injury. Like, he went into that show already injured. They were talking about it the second Randy was coming out, because you can see his walking cadence wasn't very good. And Michael Cole just hyped it up more as the match progressed. The fact that this is something that they've had to deal with, and it ultimately resulted in them calling the audible. And because originally was supposed to be Randy defeating Cody at WrestleMania, but with that back injury, he probably wouldn't have been able to defend the title for long, if at all, had he won the title. So they really couldn't deal with an inactive champion.
I knew he was supposed to win. I knew it.
Yeah, there was a lot of he was really supposed to get number 15. But yeah, it's
So that was bad.
unfortunately okay.
All right, so I'm agree with Brantley. Gunther's gonna win. My reason is because it's Leo season. That's the only reason I got. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Fuck knowledge. Just this Leo season. He's not gonna lose. Would they be another match with them in the future after he gets his W? Possibly, and then probably Nick will get that. And I never seen Nick actually wrestle, but I know his history or his resume. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is going to be an interesting match. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Gunther's going to get this W. No ifs, ands, or buts.
All right. Let's move on to the 3 high-profile matches for night 1. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. Ooh, I will let somebody else open the floor on this one.
Well, I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar losing to Oba.
What a swerve.
That was a good one.
What a swerve.
Easily. Brock is for sure going to lose just because, he's ready to go. He's ready to go, and it's in his home. So why not lose at home? And Oba's going to beat this nigga, and then Oba's going to go after one of the champs. He's going to go after maybe Seth. What we about? We ain't even going to talk about that. The point is, Oba going to win this match, and shouts out to Brock for whoever made this Hell in a Cell stipulation, because we just saw an amazing Hell in a Cell with Braun and fucking Seth. That was an amazing one.
Amazing.
So imagine these strong dudes. Those were high flyers. Imagine these strong dudes, like how hard they're going to throw each other against the cage and all this wild shit. So it's going to be an incredible match. So yeah, I have Brock losing. Bree, you could go next.
I'm in between with this one. I'm really, really in between. I think Brock, just because it's Brock, but then Oba is the push that they're giving him. This one I really, really, really can't call this one. If I gotta follow my heart, I gotta go Brock. I have to.
Okay.
But I understand he's home. It's everybody's like, oh, he's gonna win, and then that is what makes it even more surprising when he loses. And you know how Triple H and these guys think and story writing and things like that. But like you said, he's ready. You know, Brock really doesn't care about losing, and he doesn't care about all that.
Yeah.
You know, he's just more so putting everybody over. He put Oba over. Oba's already established. It being 1-1. Okay. Selfishly, I want Brock to win.
Okay, there we
That's
go.
cool.
Because
Selfishly.
everything you just said was like, Oba's supposed to win. He's supposed to push him over and all this.
But
Yeah, okay, but
selfishly-
you said selfishly. Okay, it makes sense now.
Hey, listen, that's perfectly fine.
I want him.
When I heard this match was announced, Hell in a Cell, Oba's winning. I had it in my head, Oba's winning, Oba's winning, Oba's winning, Oba's winning. And then today,
Uh-oh.
I read on the interwebs. Again, let's also point out that things you read on the interwebs are not necessarily 1,000% gospel or even remotely true.
Yeah.
However, it is now being reported that Brock is reconsidering potentially retiring at SummerSlam in his home state and might be considering doing another feud with someone. So it may be a case of
What?
Brock's match happens, he takes another hiatus break again for 2, 3, 5 months, whatever, and then returns, feuds with somebody, and kind of like what he's doing now with
I
Oba.
would be so fucking mad.
So, however, given that possibility that Brock still might come back, I am still in heart of heart. I still think he's going to put Oba over. I think he understands, to recoil a phrase I just used moments ago, he understands what's best for business. He understands that Oba is the next big thing, and he needs to further establish his credibility as the next big up-and-comer in WWE. And you can't find a better platform than a major pay-per-view, as well as beating Brock Lesnar, the man who is undefeated in Hell in a Cell, and beating him in Hell in a Cell, giving him more credibility to challenge for whomever holds the World Heavyweight Championship, whether it is Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. I don't foresee him going after either Punk and or Cody. I think he's going to go after Roman. He's already called out Roman a few months back. So I just think this is inevitability as far as whomever he challenges. But Oba will go after the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw at some point. The fact that they worded it as he gave up his opportunity, I think it was more a case of he told management, listen, let me handle this bitch over here, and then I'll come get my title match.
Yeah.
Just hold that thing. But a lot of people are saying the way Paul worded things, that he gave up, that he sacrificed, that he just threw away his opportunity to chase after Brock. No, he just wants to beat that ass and then have no more problems with him, and then focus on the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. Because that's a little pretty much. Go ahead, B.
Before you go though, Oba winning creates an issue for the WWE.
Explain.
And how is that issue? What is that issue?
Who you taking the belt off? Cody is Wonder Boy over there with CM Punk.
Oh, okay.
And Roman or Seth losing to Oba?
Well, I think the thing, it's kind of already been established that Oba winning, even though he has the opportunity to challenge for either championship, because it didn't say he was just going after Raw or just going after SmackDown, or that he has the choice. I think he's going to pick, because he's on Raw. He's going to go after the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw.
For sure.
And he's already called out Roman, so it's just a case of whomever leaves night 2 is going to have to deal with Oba down the road. Whether it's a month from now at Survivor Series, or at the end of the year, or even at the Rumble. Who the hell knows? Gotcha. I don't think they put a time frame on when Oba has to cash in this opportunity. Okay. It's just he's just got to do it. And I think logically the bigger money match is with either guy.
Yeah. He's going to make money either way.
Oba versus Roman is going to be a major selling match for the fans to buy in and order this show, as well as with Seth. Because then the fun begins. Oba's this big monster. how's Seth going to handle him? Is he going to have the same strategy as when he took on and became the Beast Slayer a couple years ago when he beat Brock for the Universal Championship? Where is that, where's Seth's mentality going to be if he's the one that gets called on by Oba?
He beat Brock. He beat Roman. Come on, Oba.
Come on,
we
man.
waiting.
But
wait, hold on. Last thing.
Go ahead.
Since you just said Brock is reconsidering, on retiring, again, what if? Because he has nobody else to really feud with beside Roman.
Yeah, I mean, they
could just make anything up.
Yeah,
Just
they
it's
can figure it
Brock.
out all themselves. I think, hypothetically, all right, let's paint the picture this way: that Oba beats Brock in Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Brock takes a little vacation, goes hunting and fishing and all that other happy shit in
His farm.
Kills
on his
bears
farm
with his fucking
and
bare hands.
banging his sexy ass wife.
Sable.
Let's say Seth does become the new World Heavyweight Champion on night 2.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Series rolls around. Oba cashes in and beats Seth. All well and good. Roman, by that point, man, who's Roman going to face? There is already a well-established history between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Maybe we get a new little feud there, just for ego stroking.
Just to have something.
Just for ego stroking.
Gotcha.
Here's something else to consider. What if Brock decides, I'm going to take the time off, I'm going to put Oba over in Hell in a Cell, and I'm going to sit back, I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill. February of next year comes around. Gunther's in there talking his trash.
Oh.
Hit the music.
Dun-dun.
Oh, didn't you call me out a couple months ago, you big bitch? I'm here now.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a possible inkling they might. I don't know if Brock's really going to sit out that long.
Right.
But at some point, I think we're going to get in Saudi Arabia, whether night 1 or night 2.
This nigga loves Saudi.
Hey, listen, not my fault they booked this WrestleMania.
Every
this fucking
match is
town.
in Saudi.
Ain't my fault they booked that shit over there.
Sami Zayn's gonna win in Saudi. Jesus Christ is gonna come back in Saudi. Like, what the-
Well, listen,
Crazy. Yo, that was hilarious.
I think we're going to get the career killer Gunther against Brock Lesnar, and Brock's career will be on the line.
That's fair.
That makes
Night
sense.
1 or night 2,
That
doesn't
makes
matter.
sense.
But I think
That
that
makes sense.
might be the long-term goal. Let
Yeah.
Brock make more money that he doesn't fucking need.
Yeah.
Jesus
Whoa,
Christ.
whoa. More money. Okay.
Yeah, you else see
And
what the rest of that line?
Yeah.
More money, more problems.
True, but all they gonna do is order more bears.
I think where they might be going super long term. But in the meantime, we're going to get Brock's versus somebody before we pull the trigger on that little old thread between Gunther and Paul, and Brock finally shows up and goes, "Oh, that's right, you beat my advocate's ass.
Let's go.
Can't have that anymore."
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah. Shout out to that one.
Let's talk title matches.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the 2 highlights for the conclusion of night 1. Where they fall on the show, who the hell knows what order is, but it will be Liv Morgan defending the Women's World Championship against the reigning Queen of the Ring, the Queen of the Sky, as she's been jokingly dubbed, Io Sky. I'm going to go first here.
Go ahead.
I think it's kind of the writing on the wall is kind of obvious that the belt might go to Io.
What?
How?
What?
Let me finish my train of
Nigga,
thought.
I was agreeing with you. I was like, yeah, the writing's on the wall. Go ahead.
But
What does the wall say?
I think there might be a small window where Liv might retain,
Okay.
just to add more power to the Judgment Day, as we just saw a few days ago on Monday Night Raw. Raquel Rodriguez,
come on, man.
La Ruda, became the Women's Intercontinental Champion. There's still that little bit of bullshit floating around in the Judgment Day. They didn't pull a trigger on whatever was going on between Roxanne Perez and Finn for whatever reason, because there was that hint that maybe Roxanne's going to screw around and break up the Judgment Day and help Finn I don't know why they dropped the ball on. Maybe they figured it was a dumb idea. Who knows? But having Raquel as the Women's Intercontinental Champion, first off, historically, the Women's Intercontinental Champion kind of has an underlying subtext. After a few defenses, you're considered the #1 contender for the World Championship.
Once you lose,
So there's a possibility we could, down the road, get Raquel as Women's Intercontinental Champion versus Liv, should she remain the Women's World Champion. I don't know if they're doing long term. This is my prediction, I'm still going with Io Sky walking out.
Okay.
She's got too much momentum coming out of Queen of the Ring, establishing, being on her own. She doesn't have her little running buddy Rhea by her side. There's no more Kyrie. There's no more Asuka. It's just her. It's just me. Day one. It's her on her own, and I think they need to cap her story by crowning her the new Women's World Champion at SummerSlam. But I'm just saying,
that 10%.
There is this potential chaos involving Liv and the Judgment Day, because I definitely see the writing on the wall long term. I don't think the Judgment Day is long for this world any longer as a faction. I think
no faction
down the road
lasts.
No faction lasts. Well, except for DX. But even still, they
still break up. Come back.
But I do think long term, I wouldn't even be surprised if they drag us out all the way to WrestleMania next year, the ultimate breakup of Judgment Day. But for now, my prediction: Io Sky, the new Women's World Champion.
Well, let me go next, man. Matter of fact, you go next. I'm gonna save the best for last.
Damn, I gotta go Io as well. I don't think Liv needs it. I think she's established. I think Io, kind of like to what he was saying, her story, she's by herself. It's kind of going to be like, oh my God, she's strong. She did it. She came through, the tough times, and this is why she deserves to be champion and all that. So I think with all of that, I think she wins. And she's a crowd favorite, I think for her to lose with like all those things leaving her, it will be bad for the WWE. So you kind of want to keep her relevant in a sense, because once you lose to Liv, how far down the card are you going to go? You can't put her down. She has to remain up. So I think the only way she stays up is if she wins. Keep her in the conversation, but she doesn't have to win or be champion for 6-7 months. As long as she's winning every now and then, you're still keeping her relevant. So I got Io.
Okay.
Well, first thing I want to call out shenanigans.
What shenanigans? Who
This
established the
nigga
shenanigans?
Jay done took my whole playbook that I gave to him the other day. That's why I said I want to go first. I want to take every note that he took, because I was like, yo, Raquel winning is a big thing. And I've been waving this flag for years. If you have a faction, everyone needs to have the title. They just put Raquel to be the champ. So you cannot have Liv drop her title this quickly. And if they do, fuck WWE again. Fuck Triple H. Triple H, I love you, you're a Leo, but just sometimes you're fucking up. Liv is, if I'm not mistaken, Liv is a Leo too, so she's not going to lose to Io. She might lose to Io, let's say, in Survivor Series. The most likely going to make them run this shit back. You feel me?
Okay.
But at this moment in time, she's not going to lose. And let's say that 10% window that Io does win, it will probably be because the Judgment Day interferes and they do some dumb shit and it fucks up. That's the only way I see Io winning, and that's when the breakup will start happening then. Yeah. But that's a 10% chance that's going to happen, that whole chaos. So I believe that Liv is going to win, and the Judgment Day is going to get stronger and stronger, because now they will have they have three champions. Dom, that doesn't defend his shit. He's the modern day Roman Reigns, as they call him. Then you got Raquel and Liv. So now you need to put.
Wait, Finn, he a tag team champ? No, they lost.
No,
they
lost. Right now, the only Golden Judgment Day is the Mega Championship on Dom and the women's.
Yeah, they lost.
And the women's World and Intercontinental Championship.
So that's what I'm saying. So right now, the other girl needs to win a title. I don't know. That's going to be kind of hard, because she could win the tag team title with her and Raquel. You know what I mean? And that'll be gold everywhere. And then if they bring the hardcore champion back or the 24/7 Jack, they could give it to JD Madonna. Or they give them the tag team. I don't know, but they need to have gold there before they break it up. So I'm going with Liv. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to put it past Io because Io, I love Io. She's a great wrestler, but like you by yourself, no offense to the Chinese people or wherever she's from, what promo you gonna cut? You're gonna I'm like, stop it. You know English perfectly well. You and Oscar, English is perfectly well. But what are y'all gonna do? Yes, it sells. But we don't need that at this moment. Okay, Io come back again 3 months from now. You're gonna win the title, probably Survivor Series or something like that. But today, when Liv is a Leo, you're not gonna win.
Okay, fair.
If I can interrupt my host for one quick second, could you check that plug over there? Because you'll show no power.
No power?
Oh, there it goes.
There you go. You probably pulled it, so you should be good.
You good? I ain't moving since I put it down.
I seen you go back over there, so. But yeah, it's a very short plug.
All right, the one match we know more than likely will be going on last will be for the undisputed WWE World Championship, as it will be the straight edge superstar himself, CM Punk, defending against seemingly WWE's golden boy, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
I'm tired.
Open the floor with.
I'm tired of this.
I don't care about this match. I really don't care about this match. I really don't. I'm tired of Cody and I'm tired of it. CM Punk, please.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with Cody.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm sorry.
Jay, mine is going to be quick too. I feel the same way he feels.
See?
Cody, listen, no offense to you, but it's like, bro, you every 5 seconds you're in a title shot. When do you start really from the bottom? When was the last time Cody was chilling for like 6 months, fighting other people? It was only for like 2 days and he's back in the title shot. Like, come on. No offense to you, Cody. Listen, just go love your family. Go have another kid or something like that. Go do something else.
Do the podcast.
Do the podcast. Yes, when he's on the bus and everything.
Great podcast.
Yeah, go do something because you are making it's like he's trying to make up for all the years he didn't get the title.
Yeah. You're making us hate you.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say hate, but dislike you.
Dislike. Okay.
Yeah, but
dislike.
But you know what I mean? You got the title like 4 times in like 2 years.
Right.
Like, come on, dog.
When I was at the WrestleMania with Roman and he was going against Roman, I was cheering for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody was cheering for him.
Everyone wanted to finish your story, of course.
Finish this, but now your story's.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Next.
Like you can do something else. You don't need the title to be Cody Rhodes.
Right.
You can do other things without the title, and that's what I'm saying. So. Cody's for sure gonna lose.
He's turning into this generation's version of John Cena. Yeah. Every time John Cena turned around, he was back in the title picture or as the champion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got very tired of that. Plus, it also didn't help that John Cena's in-ring acumen was not exactly very diverse. Cody, at least you're going to see some different shit.
Yeah.
I am also of the same agreement of my two co-workers. I am
all 3 of us.
I am also going with CM Punk. I will be very biased. I am a huge CM Punk fan. I've been following Punk since 2002 when I first saw him debut in Ring of Honor. I was there in Morristown, New Jersey when he defeated Austin Aries to capture the Ring of Honor World Championship and kicking off the summer of Punk, which ultimately led to him actually signing his WWE contract on the Ring of Honor World Championship.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Got so much heat from the fans for that because at the time, back then in 2005, 2006, Ring of Honor was everything WWE was not and still is not by comparison to today. And he had a great run as Ring of Honor champion. Had some great feuds back in the day for Ring of Honor. I think it's kind of in the same breath. I think Cody's just been in the title picture for too long. There's no reason you can't have, for lack of a better word, floundering in the mid-card label. Give him some high-profile matches. I mean, you can kind of stick him in this whole bloodline thing again if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, Cody does not, and as they say, Cody does not need the championship to be over. He is retardedly over. I just saw Saturday night's main event in the building at the Garden on the 18th, and that was my first time seeing Cody live in this incarnation, and to hear like 15,000 fans cheering, "Whoa!" I mean, I mean, I literally, I felt like The Rock. I was like, I got the goose pimples. I got the goosebumps. It's been a hot minute since I've experienced a crowd pop for a major superstar, and it gave me goosebumps. Last time I did it before July 18th was when Hogan was still around. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I was there the night Hogan returned before SummerSlam 1990 at the Garden, like about a month before the show, and this was his first non-televised appearance back from injury. And man, there's an old saying that Gorilla Monsoon like to say, the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. The anticipation of Hogan coming out of those curtains, and WWE did it perfectly back then. There's a slow burn on his theme song. There's a low voiceover where you hear, it might even be Jim Johnston himself, the guy who wrote the song. You hear him going, "I am a real American." It's basically the real American, the same words, but it's slow build. "I'll fight for what's right. Yeah. I'll fight for your rights." And then the bass hits, and the lights come up, and the song dropped. And back then, the Garden was a bit bigger, so I would have to say there's probably between 16 and 18,000 fans. Jesus. They jumped up on their feet, and the electricity in the room, I had goosebumps, and I'm just like, oh, I had never experienced anything like that before. And until I saw Cody this past weekend, I hadn't experienced it since. But I think, yeah, Cody, love you to death. A lot of respect for you and your family and every contribution to the business. You need to take a title vacation, dude.
FOH, Cody.
Thank you. Please. No more titles.
FOH.
So that is a clean sweep on at least one prediction by this trio.
We got time.
Now, they want to make all the monies, all the human monies, as Danhausen likes to say.
I'll be catching myself saying that shit now.
All the human monies. So now SummerSlam is 2 nights. And I would not be surprised if we do wind up seeing probably next year Survivor Series going to 2 nights, which I think they really could do. Yeah, you could have a men's war game headlining one night, a women's war game headlining the other night. There's enough talent. They can pack 6 matches, not including Hell in a Cell, and sell 7 on each card. I think it could do it. But SummerSlam, night 2, August 2nd. Speaking of the human monies, let's open up with Danhausen going 1-on-1 against Dirty Dominic Mysterio in a human monies on a pole match.
What the fuck? Oh,
you didn't hear that they made it this match now?
I know they was having a match, but
so basically, the whole thing with Danhausen stole the Judgment Day's money.
Yeah.
They won it back. They keep beating him down. Yeah. There was this beat down on Monday night, which was just horrible.
What do you mean horrible?
So there was a mini concert with Joe Hendry and Danhausen.
I've seen that.
And then the Judgment Day came out and they beat the tar out of both of them.
Yeah.
And apparently at ringside there was some boxer,
Ryan
Garcia, who apparently has problem opening his mouth and saying the wrong fucking things. And he comes in and he just kind of watched everybody getting the beat down. And when it looked like he was going to attack the Judgment Day, he instead attacked Joe Hendry and Danhausen. Yeah, fans hated that segment. They don't let they like the cancel culture wants this guy gone.
Well, I know
because of things he said. So WWE is getting a lot of heat for having him involved in even just this stupid little angle, not necessarily anything more going forward. Just the fact that they put him on screen, they did this thing in the ring, and gave him more flash and credibility for the upcoming show he's fighting at.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people are not happy about that backlash, but nonetheless, backstage. Adam Pearce was checking on Danhausen's condition, and it was Danhausen that suggested we take the human monies and we put it on a pole.
So where's the pole going to be, on the corner or in the middle of the ring?
Attached to one of the ring posts.
Okay.
And Or they might even. I mean, because this match now it basically is a no holds barred match. I wouldn't be surprised if they wound up just putting the money over the ring like a ladder match.
Yeah.
Like a Hell in the Money in the Bank thing, and you got to climb the ladder and snatch the briefcase down or the bag of human monies.
Yeah.
So that's taking place on night 2. My gut tells me Danhausen's winning.
Yeah.
The Minihausens are going to interfere. He's going to have the cloning machine doing some nonsense.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Dirty Dom.
You just said.
I know. I said my gut says Dom that Danhausen's going, but I'm going to predict.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
That Dirty Dom's going to get
Quick
the dub. It's too painfully obvious that Danhausen's going to win because he's just so over for the fans for the most part. But I think he can't constantly one-up the Judgment Day. So I have a feeling that with JD's help and probably Roxanne as well, I think Dom gets the W and gets the Judgment Day's money back. However, I think what's going to happen is he's going to come down, grab the bag. That's going to end the match. But he's going to open a bag and there's going to be no money there.
And he's going
so that's where I think they're going to go with it, just to show Danhausen still gets one up on the Judgment Day.
Okay.
But I am predicting Dirty Dom
gets
the non-defending AAA Mega Champion is going to get the W.
Okay.
I keep it short. Dirty Dom. He's not losing to Dan.
Oh, shit.
He's
Damn.
not
So we're not going to agree with this.
He's not losing.
Okay. I believe Danhausen is going to win. And you know what's so funny? What's the guy that is a commentator? I think with Michael Cole. No, not with Michael Cole. The one on Friday. The one with the accent.
Oh, Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett. When he called his minions the midget word, I'll say on national. I don't know if it's considered national TV, but whatever it's considered, he called them midgets. I got to go back and see if they erased it, like they changed it. You know what I mean? But JD Madonna pisses me off every time because he was supposed to be one of those people. His body, his head, he's like a grown version of them, all right? He's the one that wasn't supposed to develop that big. But I believe that Dom's going to lose. I believe that he's going to win. Dom's going to lose, and he is cursed. So that's what I believe. Is it going to happen? What y'all just said does make sense. Because him giving no money in the thing, that's going to continue this feud. But I think if he does win, that feud just ends right there and he'll pick on some other people. You feel me? Because I think that story is getting a little old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he can go curse a million other people. You feel me? There's other people that he could go push. So that's why I believe.
The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, shit.
In a match that can possibly have a lot of impact on the WWE Undisputed Championship, the number one contendership is on the line as Finn Balor goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn. I have my thoughts on that. I'm going to retrain him back, and I'll
go first. Someone's going to look like this nigga he needs to stop with this astrology shit. Finn Balor's a Leo. He's going to win.
He's going to win.
That's no ifs, ands, or buts. So I don't even have to go longer than this. He's going to win. So, B, what you got?
I got Sammy.
Okay. So, even though my prediction was Punk earlier, they do have an interesting option depending on how they want to book this match. Okay. Because Sammy has a history already established with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Finn Balor already has a history established with CM Punk. Sammy, very clearly, has an established history with Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. Finn, not so much. There's not so much of a interactive history between him and Cody. So just the idea of whoever they decide to win this match, indirectly or directly, could impact how they decide who leaves as WWE Undisputed Champion. Because you've got the established history with all of these guys. My gut, because I don't give two shits or hoots and a holler. That's Leo season.
Okay.
I do know.
Uh-huh.
I do think because this is the 10th anniversary, 10-year anniversary of when Finn Balor became the inaugural WWE Universal Champion, that he unfortunately got injured in the match against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, and the next night on Raw had to relinquish the championship because he wound up separating his shoulder literally like 10 minutes into the match with Seth. I think Finn gets the W here, and he goes on to, at some point, challenge for whomever walks out, and I think it could be him and Punk, and I think that would be a more amazing match. Will it result in Finn finally winning the title? That I don't know. I doubt it, but I want it.
We'll see how that
momentum.
We'll see how the momentum goes from there, or from here. So, what else?
We're going to move on to the rest of the show that has nothing but championships or championship implications. Let's talk about what, in my humble little opinion, is just the weirdest booked match on this entire show.
The 6-woman tag.
Negative.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
It is, that Trick himself. Trick Williams defending the United States Championship against a guy who literally just came back to WWE, hasn't even been in the ring yet. Baron Corbin.
Oh, shit.
Baron Corbin showed up on SmackDown a week ago in the middle of Carmelo Hayes and Trick going one-on-one, cost Carmelo the match, and then beat the tar out of Trick Williams. And as a result, Baron Corbin's got himself a title match. What?
Yeah.
He hasn't even wrestled a match back yet. I mean, he probably has a promo or a vignette backstage doing something, talking about it, but don't get me wrong. I was a huge, and am still a huge fan of Baron Corbin. I loved Homeless, Broke as a joke Baron Corbin from back in the day.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. And to this day, he's probably got one of the best finishing moves in WWE, the End of Days, which I believe to this day is still no one has kicked out of the End of Days. Mm-hmm. Not one person. So I just find it's just a little like, I love Trick Williams. I'm a huge fan of his. Literally, this might be the match I go get a drink at.
Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah, my soda's empty or my juice is empty. I'm gonna go get a refresher. I care, but I don't care. Trick Williams is retaining the championship.
Well, Trick Williams is winning.
I believe Trick is gonna win, but I won't be surprised that 2% chance that Baron wins, because it's like, all right, he came back. Let's put the battery on his back.
No
you
bet.
Feel me? So I don't believe he's gonna win, but that 2%, I won't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Now, in a match that is going to have more implications after we go on the air with this live on the tubes of the U, because we were taping this before Friday Night SmackDown, and on SmackDown we're going to have the final women's ladder match qualifying match between Lash Legend and Julia. The winner of that match joins Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, and Tiffany Stratton in a 5-way ladder match at SummerSlam on night 2 to crown the interim WWE Women's Champion. The winner of that will have a nice little run until Rhea has been deemed medically cleared to get back in the ring. And then at some point, at some show, we will get champion versus champion in a unification match. And then that winner will be the undisputed WWE Women's Champion. So I don't know how we want to just talk about it. Do we want to paint a picture of what it looks like if Julie's in it, what it looks like if Lash is in it?
I believe Lash is going to win the SmackDown match. And whoever, I don't believe Jade nor Charlotte is going to win that title, because I think they're going to do a little monkey wrench. I don't know who, but I don't think those two are going to. And let's say if I was to pick somebody, I'm going to always go with Jade. Always bet on black. So I believe Jade. There's a 30% chance that Jade will win, but that 70, I don't know what women will win that. I think they might want new blood.
That math is off. You said 50 and 70%.
No. What I'm saying,
He's got
saying
that Steiner
50.
Math going.
Okay.
I said 50 or 30, because it's like.
No, you said 70.
30%. What I'm saying is, I believe it's 30% chance that Jade is gonna win. That's the person I would want to win.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised they give it to a new person.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
I got
Because Charlotte, because I think Charlotte and them.
Clarify his explanation when it's my turn.
Yeah, because I believe like Charlotte and Jade, I think they could just have a feud with no title.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, that they don't. That's why I don't think one of those two are gonna win. I think they're gonna just feud for a while. Then when Rhea comes back, that's when they'll go after the title.
Gotcha.
Or so. But who were the five again? I said Rhea, Lash, Jade,
Charlotte, Jade, Chelsea, Tiffany, and Lash.
Chelsea, and who's the other one?
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tiffany time.
Oh, but Tiffany has the title. Oh,
That does create a wrinkle.
fuck. This is hard. I'm just gonna go with Tiffany. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll go with Tiff. I'll go with Tiff. I'll go with Tiff.
This one for me.
Or Lash Legend. I don't know. I don't know. It's too hard. I need a new person.
What you saying makes sense. Charlotte doesn't need it. Jade doesn't need it. You can keep it on whomever to give them the boost that they need.
Yeah, and Rhea's gonna squash that person when she comes back easily. So she needs someone to squash easily.
This is just like the Brock one. This one I gotta follow my heart.
And your heart says?
Jade.
Ooh.
Going Jade, okay.
Baby Black. Jade is my little.
She's a company girl. When they tell her to lose, she loses. When they tell her to win, she wins. They put her, did her a little dirty sometimes, but she, remained strong, kept her head high, and did what she had to do. And yeah, I think Jade. I think you keep her happy a little bit. Like, yeah, listen, when Rhea come back,
You're gonna get got.
Easily.
Yeah. So you keep her happy. So
Okay.
I go Jade. My heart.
There you go. So here's my 2 cents. I completely agree with G. Charlotte doesn't need it. Jade doesn't need it. I don't foresee either one of them winning this match. Lash is, I hate to say, still too new, but she really has not been established in the championship singles picture yet.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with Tiffany and or Chelsea Green. This is my thought.
Okay.
My prediction, and I genuinely really hope this happens.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green, yeah.
Here's my thought. The fans made WWE adjust their idea of who was going to walk out as the inaugural Women's United States Champion because of just how popular and how over Chelsea was, even though she was still a heel. And they made her the inaugural champion, and she did so much amazing good work on the mic, in the ring, as champion. Was it a long reign? No, of course not. You know when it's going to be a long reign. I think we're going to get the same thing here.
Okay.
I think Chelsea gets the win.
Yeah.
However, give her 2 months. Jade becomes number 1 contender, winning like a fatal 3 or a triple threat or some nonsense. Jade wins that. Baddies interfere. Jade becomes the new WWE Women's Champion for the second time. By this point, they should hopefully know how far or distant Rhea is from returning.
Oh wow.
Oh, 2 or 3 more months. All right, no problem.
Now
she's it's her knee. It's her knee. So yeah, it's I don't know if she needs full blown surgery or they're just letting it heal naturally.
Okay. I didn't know.
If it's surgery, then you're looking at 6 to 8 months.
Oh, I thought it was something like,
No, yeah, she wound up injuring her knee right after Clash in Italy.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, Rhea needs more time. All right, no problem. Now we've got Jade and Charlotte, already a natural feud already established. They just can't stand each other.
Yeah.
Whether they then put the belt on Charlotte, I don't think so. I think Jade continues to win and beat Charlotte.
Yeah.
By that point, hopefully Rhea comes back, and then we'll get that long-awaited rematch because we've really been waiting for a good rematch between Rhea and Jade, and now we can do it with both titles on the line, with the interim championship and the existing championship. It's going to be good cooking with that match. That's why I think, and I hope the goddess is true, Chelsea Green should walk out as the interim WWE.
I'm changing my
champion.
prediction to Chelsea Green.
No, you can.
Yes, I can. Because the Tiffany Strat having 2 titles is kind of wild. I told you it was going to be somebody that Rhea could squash or Jade could squash very easily, and Chelsea's the easiest squash.
Do you think that? So you're saying that she's going to have a long run?
Well, even long, short, she's going to have a run, and someone's going to squash her easily.
Oh, she's
so
gonna get-
I'm
she's
going
gonna-
with
she's gonna
Chelsea
get it.
Green. I'm
Okay.
changing my prediction to Chelsea Green. You've seen
Just
how
'cause she
struggling.
liked my argument.
Yeah, hey, listen, no, I said squash, but I was like, yeah, Tiffany can't be squashed. Like Tiffany, like listen, her what is it? The moonsault,
The prettiest moonsault ever.
Oh my gosh.
PME.
Oh
Wait,
my
before you
gosh.
go, can we do the chip? Because I'm short on time. I just want to attack the chip one. And
He wants to do it Seth Rollins because
Yeah, I
he
wanna
got
do
to go.
Seth and Rome.
He has to watch his movie.
Fine, we can skip. Well, yeah, and then as you run out the door, you can tell us your prediction for the IC match.
Okay.
So we'll jump ahead to the main event of night 2. It will be for the undisputed. Actually, I'm sorry. It will be for the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship as the leader of the bloodline, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defends his title against the former his former Shield running mate, the man that stabbed him in the back with a steel chair repeatedly, Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary,
You go last.
baby.
You
Last?
No, I'm
Okay.
just I just busted. Just busted. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All
go
right.
first.
All right. Whew. I don't know how to feel about this match. I'm gonna be honest. All right. I wasn't the biggest Roman fan.
Yeah.
His return back made me look at Roman and like, this guy's not bad. This guy's, what is it? Not good for business. What's the term?
Great for
Best for
business.
business.
Best
Oh,
for
best for
business.
business, my bad.
Right?
That was
And
the Stephanie McMahon line.
And you guys already know how I feel about Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
To what Seth said when they were in that ring, I think that promo was very like, it was personal to them. You know, of course they got to show like they don't like each other, but I really feel like they were giving each other props.
Yeah, heart to heart.
And you know, disguising it in the way that they got to. And when
Right.
he said the line that we're closer to the end than we are in the beginning.
Correct. Yeah, that was like
I-
one of the Seth's better promos last few
I
months.
felt that one. You know, I felt that one. And I feel like because we can't harp on the story long for too much longer because, like they said, they're getting older. There's new talent coming in. So at some point, they're going to have to get out the way. So I think because of that, as much as I'm a Seth fan, as much as I am a Seth Rollins fan.
Let me take a shot of this.
Yes. Listen, I'm being honest. As much as I'm a Seth fan, man, I think Triple H is going to give this one to Roman, man.
Oh yeah.
I really do think he's going to give it to Roman. Because it's so many times that Seth has prevailed. You know what I mean? Over Roman. And, you know, it's that story. And in hindsight, it's kind of like the Cody Rhodes thing. Let me finish my story, quote unquote, kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just between those two.
Yeah.
Although we love it as people, I think as the business, they're like, all right, we can't harp on this too much longer. We have Oba coming up. We got Tripp coming up. We got this person coming up.
Yeah.
Their focus has to turn elsewhere. So I think because time is against them, I think they give it to Roman this one.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I think they give it to
Very
Roman.
logical.
yeah. Shit, my shit wasn't that logical. My shit is. My shit is short as can be. They're gonna give it to Roman because you know he once they did the stats. Like I said, that promo they did on Raw a couple of weeks ago was wonderful. It was very heartfelt. I thought it was a soap opera. I almost cried. So, oh my god. So for him to pull out the stats and say, "Nigga, I've beat you almost every time," I know Roman has to get this one. So Roman's gonna get that W. No ifs, ands, or buts. Is it an interference? I see it on some made up shit that Dean Ambrose is gonna interfere. I'm
geez,
like,
don't
I
even give
I would
that any
love
But
that.
Don't even
that
give
was
that any
that was some
credence.
I said that last
internet
time.
give
To
a-
have that brotherly memory
You can't
kind
give
of
that
like.
any credence because he's under contract
still-
with AEW.
he's
That's
under
never
contract.
gonna happen.
Oh, he resigned.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
What if he's just an audience though? He could. Be
No,
on
he
the
can't
show.
do
No,
that.
he couldn't be on
can't do
camera.
it. You can't be on camera.
Oh,
Nah, because it was like that. Billy Gunn would have went to the 25th anniversary of DX.
Right when they did this one, Billy couldn't be there because he was contracted under to AEW,
Yeah.
and they made fun of him.
Gotcha.
I am also in agreement with my cohorts. I do think Roman Reigns is going to retain the championship. As G said, Seth has so many victories over Roman, and the last time that they did go one-on-one in the ring, Seth. I mean, Roman had him beat. He had him in that choke, but he was just so pissed off at Seth with everything that had been leading up to that match. I believe that was at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago when he came out to the Shield music. He came out in his Shield gear, and Roman's like,
I witnessed that.
This motherfucker. He was so pissed off. He wouldn't
that.
release the I think he had the guillotine choke, and Seth very clearly in the ropes. And the referee count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break the hold. Roman refused. Calls with a disqualification, giving yet another win over Roman for Seth. Title didn't change hands at that moment. Obviously, Seth a little upset about that, but it's just another notch on the belt, another reason to throw this in the Roman's face. And the other reason I think they're also going to give Roman the win is long-term storytelling. They're going to probably establish the fact that this will be on the heels of Oba beating Brock on night 1, so he'll be champion. They'll establish somebody else to challenge Roman probably in September for something, and I think then down the road, maybe even at Survivor Series, we'll get Oba challenging Roman for the World Heavyweight Championship. Will he win on that occasion? That's to be unknown, because what condition of what status will the bloodline be? Because you got to know there's going to be some bloodline shenanigans in that match.
Shenanigans.
So then we all agree on that.
We all agreed on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we agreed about 2 or 3 matches.
We got time for.
Well,
there's only one left.
There's only one left. You got time. It's right there. You got to go pick somebody up, and you go straight there yourself.
And it is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
He got to drive eastward to come back northward.
As it is Penta defending the Intercontinental Championship against the Minnesota-born and bred Chad Gable.
This is easy.
Very easy.
If you do not think Chad Gable is, if you think Chad Gable is winning, raise your hand.
Oh.
Wait, we said it was easy. What are you doing?
Yeah, it is.
Nigga, you better pick up your hand.
Okay,
What the fuck?
hold on a second. Why do you think Penta retains the championship?
It's Penta.
Okay, that's not a reason that you should just stick to, but that's it.
I don't think he's a Leo. Sorry,
He's not. I think is Chad a Leo? Hold on.
It's Penta.
Check. I forgot Chad's birthday. I think he's
Chad Gable's don't get me wrong, he's very, very good. Very, very good. I don't think
he's a Pisces. Close.
Chad Gable needs the belt as of yet.
Wow.
I think Penta, you gotta run that to the ground. You gotta run that to the ground. And I think that, with the whole culture that's behind it and everything else, that's a fan base behind them.
Yeah.
That's a fan base behind them. You gotta same reason why I said EO. Bang. Dom ain't the Intercontinental champ no more, but he's the
AAA.
AAA champ. Like you need that. Okay. I feel like Gable, next time they fight, he's going to get that for sure.
Okay, I like it. I like the answer.
With that,
the stroll, the nice little
Penta.
Okay,
Penta.
Okay, hold on.
You want the floor now?
In Saudi, he's gonna be in Saudi, right?
That was a good one. But no, reason why I say Penta is gonna lose because Penta, he had his run. He had great matches. Very good matches for the past 3 months. You know what I mean? When he came out here, they put the pack on his back, and he took off, and he did everything that we expected and more. You know what I mean? So now that you got Javon over there fighting, all these people fighting, it's time to change because I'm tired of Javon fighting Rusev. It's pissing me the fuck off, and all those fucking people fighting for the Intercontinental. We need new people fighting for this title. So to get new people to fight for it, we need a new leader of it. So we have to get rid of Penta and let Penta go fight some other different titles. And we're going to have Chad, because Chad just came from AAA. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Losing to a Mexican, supposedly. Or is that racist? I don't know. But he just lost to the other one, Andre Grande. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, all right, cool. Let me be showing my face, and let me show you that I could beat a real Mexican. And let me show you that I'm about to run with this shit because I'm the real Intercontinental champion. Is he going to get his faction back? Don't know. But for the most part, if he does get this title, when he does, He's gonna get his faction back, and he's going to the rocket. He's going to the moon. To the moon.
So yeah, I agree mostly with what G said. I think
you never said you agree with what I said not one time tonight.
Well, we did that like 3 times.
No. It was always I agree with G said. I always agree.
Well,
can I get some love too?
I'm not saying you're gonna get love, but his rationale behind why was solid.
And Pac.
Yeah,
nigga Pac.
And Pac.
That nigga said
Pac
Pac like he not a nigga with me. But yeah. So Jay, what you got for us?
Yeah, no problem. Chad Gable needs this to, and I hate to use the terminology, to finish his story.
Okay.
This is his redemption arc. This is his listen. I tried to. I got pissed off at luchadors and the Mexican wrestling culture. I tried to disrespect it so badly that I donned a mask to make fun of it, and I became El Grande Americano, and I tried to poke the bear and disrespect the heritage of lucha libre and luchadors the world over, so much so that they had to, okay, granted, this is WWE doing, but they had to create another El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
And the reason that only happened is because Chad got hurt. That's why Ludwig Kaiser became the second El Grande Americano.
Okay.
But unbeknownst to WWE, Ludwig Kaiser version of El Grande Americano was just so popular down in Mexico that, Chad had become the heel version of El Grande Americano, and they hated him. But his character began an arc of where, I kind of screwed this all up. And when he lost that mask versus mask match about 2 months ago to El Grande Americano down in Mexico, he cut the promo in half Spanish, half English, and ultimately takes the mask off and says, "My name is Chad Gable," and I was wrong to disrespect your culture. I came here to poke fun at you and to disrespect all the history and the legacy and the legends of Lucha Libre, and I realized I was wrong. His character comes back to WWE, and he begins his redemption story. He begins going to guys like Rey Mysterio, to Penta, to Dragon Lee, guys who are luchadors, who have the mask heritage. And I said, I fucked up. Mea culpa. I'm screwed up. I screwed up. I'm sorry. And many of them took it as face value. They appreciated that he was a man enough to understand that he was wrong and accepted it. But as Penta has said, listen, I accepted your apology, but I need to see actions. I need to see that you're truly sorry about all this. He tried to go to Alpha Academy, and Maxine shit all over him. And it was understandable. She's like, "Do you know what you did to us before you became this El Grande Americano? You degraded all of us. Yeah. You said we were beneath you because you were so focused on becoming Intercontinental Champion. We were just basically your stepping stones. You abused us. Screw you. I'm out." And Otis, you could see it. He understood why Chad did what he did. Chad was 1,000% wrong behind it, but he empathized and he wanted to accept. And he wanted and Maxine snatched him like, "Nah, we're out, boys." Was she wrong for doing that? Yes and no. As we've seen her character become now, yeah, maybe she was wrong. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I do think down the road, when Otis comes back from his injury at the hands of the Vision from this past week, I think when they come back and Chad as the new Intercontinental Champion, he's going to be sitting back, taking on all challengers, taking on Javon Evans, which would be great matches between the two of them. I think we will finally see the reunion between Alpha Academy and Chad Gable, because hopefully by that point, Bronson Reed might be back, which means they'll need a third partner to take on the Vision, and that's where I think we get the reunion and the rebirth of Alpha Academy.
Oh, okay.
War games?
I don't think that's not too many. They don't have that many.
They need more motherfuckers.
Friends.
But I definitely, that is the main reason why. And the painfully obvious, it's his hometown. WWE has a history of not giving wrestlers the win in their own hometown, but it's the right thing to do with Chad.
Yes. Right.
In his hometown with this story. He needs the W. And you also look at the fact that Penta's been champion since before WrestleMania. I think he won the belt in the early March.
Yeah.
You know, that's April, May, June, July, August. That's almost a full 5-month run.
Yeah.
And historically, IC champions, unlike Gunther, 5 to 7 month are a solid run.
Yeah.
And then, you know, by that point, WWE has established somebody else all right, you're next in line.
Yeah.
Obviously, Gunther was a completely
different
beast and different story behind it.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to destroy the Honky Tonk Man's ridiculous record.
Yeah.
And they just stomped it in the ground.
Jeez.
But there you go. Chad Gable, in my humble opinion, getting the dub and the IC championship.
So, and that's all the matches?
That concludes nights 1 and 2 of SummerSlam.
So, hey, listen, I appreciate Branly for coming. I appreciate John for coming. And I appreciate y'all watching. So, like, subscribe, and fuck with our YouTube. You dig? All the social media stuff finna be posted. So, we finna be running up a check. And, you know what? I think we should get like a little title. Whoever wins these predictions, get a little title. Just a little bragging rights. Because it feels like the Auto had the title a couple times, you know what I mean?
That's fair. We could buy a little belt.
Yeah, buy a little belt and just have niggas, you know what I mean? When the niggas pull up on the show, like have it on their shoulder the whole time, you know what I mean?
That's not a bad idea.
So I might have to do that. We might have to get that in the works. Get a custom belt.
And listen, if you're while you're watching the show, if you think our predictions are completely ass, tell us in the comments. Who are your predictions? Who do you think is leaving night 1 and night 2 with the W's? Who's going to walk out as the new World Heavyweight Champion? Who's walking out as the new WWE Champion? Are we wrong? Are they going to put the belt on Lash Legend as the interim champion? Let us know. Talk to us in the comments. Holla at us.
Holla at your boy. So, other than that, I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all again. We're not using first bang, bang, another one, bang. We're not doing that shit like Solo said, pew, pew. You know?
Pew pew.
Yo, we ain't doing that. But I appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next
Peace,
episode.
bless,
We out.
love y'all.
Deuces.
I be doing the most. Bad bitch, all of my goals. Flooded both my wrists, yeah, nigga, I do the most. Put some bread on your head, nigga, killers gon' have a toast. I be doing the most, yeah, I be doing the most.